Hi, I'm Sweeta Saji. Welcome to my presentation on an emerging field in medical humanities, namely graphic medicine. My presentation is titled Body and Rhetorics of the Visual. Illness has been represented in diverse media across time, such as painting, sculpture, dance, film, etc. Each of these representations make use of the unique affordances of the medium in communicating the pain or trauma of a particular illness experience. Here are a few examples from painting, dance, and film. Graphic medicine could be defined as an intersection of the medium of comics and the discourse of healthcare, where the affordances of the comics medium, like the panels, the gutter spaces, the thought and speech balloons, are used effectively to communicate the subjective illness experience through both words and images. Here's a brief overview of the field that emerged in 2007 by the launching of the website graphicmedicine.org. As discussed before, the field is interdisciplinary as it involves life writing, medicine, visual studies, and comic studies. Altogether, in granting expression for subjective illness experiences, graphic medicine provides an alternative knowledge as against the symptomatic and reductive biomedical discourse on illness and health. These illness narratives in the comics form are referred to as graphic pathographies, which include physical and mental illness narratives like Mom's Cancer by Brian Feast, which is on lung cancer, Lighter Than My Shadow by Katie Green, which is on eating disorders, and RX by Rachel Lindsay on bipolar disorder. The subjective accounts of illness are not merely drawn from the perspective of the patients, but also grants voice to vulnerabilities of doctors and caregivers. These distinct perspectives come alive through several unique affordances of the comics medium, which the artist can utilize in illustrating their unique experience. Some of them are spatiotemporality, gesture, economy, and handwriting. Among these, I would like to explain the spatiotemporal aspects and economy of expression through few examples. Here is an example from Dr. Michael Green's short comic Missed It, which is an autobiographical account of Green's preoccupation with a mistake he did as a medical intern. The sense of guilt haunts the doctor even after several years. The persistent feeling of guilt and its constant threat is visually depicted using spatiotemporal techniques. In the inset is a young Green, the intern, while the bigger panel shows Dr. Green in the present, both with similar gestures. This juxtaposition of the past and present effectively capture the persistent nature of guilt which the doctor experiences. Apart from such techniques, artists often deploy rhetorical tropes such as metaphors and synecdoche to economically encapsulate the complexities of their illness experiences. Ellen Forney's memoir Marbles, which was published in 2012, is an autobiographical account of her bipolar experience. This carousal metaphor illustrates her manic and depressive episodes. In the height of mania, she is evidently exuberant, balancing on the horse's back. In the subsequent stages, her physiognomic features change from excitement to confusion and dismay. As such, in the depressed state, she glides down from the carousal into a crouch. Apart from diagramming the states of bipolarity in a unique visual schema, the metaphor also economically encapsulates Forney's subjective and emotive aspects of her illness condition against the objective and scientific biomedical prescriptivism. Forney herself attests to the fact that, I quote, "The carousal metaphor has really clarified the different mood states for a lot of readers." Unquote. Several other themes and issues such as patient identity, doctor-patient relationship, commercialization of healthcare, cultural readings of illness experiences are also discussed and explored in the field of graphic medicine. To conclude, the illness experience is delineated through the medium of comics or potent verbal-visual transcriptions of intense intrasubjective and phenomenological truths that are often disaccredited by medical knowledge and its attendant epistemology. The affordances of comics facilitate artists to recreate their illness experience in a visceral and immediate manner to reclaim their lived body experience. In essence, the structural singularity and formal attributes of the medium enable both cognitive and sensual perceptions of the otherwise ineffable intricacies of human lives. References. Thanks for listening.